You drink instant coffee every morning, taking its convenience for granted. You never stop to ask if it's truly safe or what that powder is actually made of. Behind the inviting aroma of an instant coffee packet lies a reality few suspect: industrial shortcuts quietly replacing the true essence of the bean. While we chase the frantic pace of modern life, clever marketing has turned blind habits into our new normal. This isn't just a story about a drink. It is a reflection of a convenience at all costs culture where safety is often sidelined for efficiency. In this episode, we are going to uncover the raw truth: which brands are selling you a cup of risk and which ones truly earn your trust.
Stay curious about the simple things. I'm Edward, and this is QC Project Simple Things.
The truth is, instant coffee itself is not to blame. The fault lies in the methods used to produce it. Today's billion-dollar instant coffee empire is essentially a relic of wars and industrial ambition. Before settling into small packets on supermarket shelves, coffee underwent a major chemical overhaul to defeat its greatest enemy, oxidation. The true turning point didn't come from culinary experts, but from the laboratory of Japanese chemist Satoru Kato in 1901. He discovered how to transform liquid into stable crystals, but the brutality of World War was the catalyst that pushed this powder globally. During that era, spray-drying technology reigned supreme. Coffee was misted into giant thermal towers so the water would evaporate instantly. Militaries required a biofuel that could be brewed in the trenches without equipment, even if the cost was the incineration of delicate aromatic compounds under searing heat. It wasn't until the 1960s, when consumers grew weary of the soulless powder from spray drying, that freeze-drying technology emerged as a quality revolution. Instead of heat, it utilized sublimation, freezing the coffee and extracting water in a vacuum. This method was far more expensive and slower, but it represented industry's first attempt to bring the soul of the bean back. From a sacred ritual transformed into a tool of war, instant coffee has traveled a long journey to reclaim its lost identity in the frantic pace of modern life. What millions today casually refer to as normal coffee is, in fact, a relic of raw survival, where flavor was sacrificed for immortality against time. To achieve this longevity, coffee underwent a major chemical overhaul to defeat its greatest enemy: oxidation. This billion-dollar empire didn't rise from noble indulgence. It sprouted from the muddy trenches of World War II. At that time, soldiers didn't need a sophisticated brewing ceremony. They needed caffeine that would never spoil, capable of dissolving in freezing rain or blistering desert heat. Coffee became a crude biofuel: reliable, portable, and indestructible. This survivalist demand drove industrial shortcuts that decimated sensitive volatile aromatics in exchange for absolute convenience. As the guns fell silent, a different invasion quietly began: the rise of the industrial age. Returning soldiers, early shift workers, and rushing students brought that habit of speed into daily existence. Manufacturers skillfully perfected the art of roasting and drying to match the frantic rhythm of a world always in motion. From emergency rations, it morphed into a new standard, masking the truth that every time-saving shortcut has two sides: one bright and helpful, and a shadow side lurking, waiting for us to finally look closer. Behind the nostalgic facade of an instant coffee cup lies a troubling reality: a labyrinth of industrial shortcuts where safety is frequently sidelined. The risk isn't just in what's printed on the label, it's in the shadows lurking behind factory doors, from batches contaminated with glass fragments and pesticide residues from unregulated farms to the dark spectre of melamine, the industrial chemical infamous for global formula scandals. However, the most pervasive threat resides in the very essence of thermal processing. Acrylamide, a compound born when organic matter is forced into extreme high-heat environments, is present in instant coffee at levels twice as high as regular brewed coffee. This is no harmless byproduct. Scientific research highlights its potential for neurotoxicity and its role as a silent carcinogen when accumulated over time. The trade-off worsens within the 3-in-1 packets. To engineer an artificial creaminess, manufacturers rely on palm oil derivatives containing partially hydrogenated fats paired with phosphate additives. These compounds place immense strain on the excretory system and can trigger the unwanted precipitation of minerals in the kidneys. When you tear open a packet loaded with up to 6 teaspoons of sugar and synthetic flavorings, you aren't just drinking coffee. You are consuming a checklist of chemical shortcuts designed to prioritize profit margins over consumer vitality. Don't let the familiarity of your morning routine deceive you. When we choose speed, we often unknowingly accept health trade-offs that manufacturers never advertise. Burnt bitterness is not strong coffee. Many mistake an aggressive, smoky bitterness for high caffeine content. In reality, this is often the result of low-quality beans being over-roasted to mask moldy odors or severe oxidation from long-term storage. This excessive heat processing not only destroys natural antioxidants, but also spikes levels of acrylamide, a chemical byproduct of high heat linked to potential nervous system damage. The creaminess deception in 3-in-1 packets. If you check the ingredient list on pre-mixed packets, the primary components are often sugar and non-dairy creamer, not coffee. This is essentially hydrogenated palm oil, trans fats, combined with artificial emulsifiers. In many countries, these fats are strictly regulated due to their direct link to cardiovascular issues. You aren't drinking milk, you are ingesting a chemically processed vegetable oil blend engineered to taste like dairy. Risks from the production line. The safety of an instant coffee jar depends entirely on factory standards. From recalls due to glass fragments and melamine contamination to pesticide residues and mold from poor storage, every manufacturing shortcut is a potential hazard. When a brand prioritizes low cost and high speed, quality control is usually the first thing to be compromised. Spotlight: 7 brands to approach with caution. Based on independent analytical reports and product recall histories, these 7 instant coffee brands raise serious questions regarding safety and original quality. 1. Starbucks VIA. Despite leading in flavor, tests show acrylamide levels in the VIA line are nearly double those of regular brewed coffee. Acrylamide is a byproduct of high heat roasting. Daily cumulative consumption of this compound is a matter of serious long-term health consideration. 2. Dunkin' iced coffee mix. This product line relies heavily on phosphate additives to create a smooth texture for iced coffee. However, excessive intake of artificial phosphates is medically proven to place significant strain on the kidneys and disrupt the body's mineral balance. 3. Nescafé 3-in-1 mix. The most ubiquitous, yet the most controversial. The primary ingredients are refined sugar and palm oil-based creamers containing trans fats. This is essentially an ultra-processed food flavored with coffee, posing long-term risks to cardiovascular health. 4. Trader Joe's Instant Mix. Contrary to the brand's organic image, their instant mix is loaded with anti-caking agents and processed artificial sweeteners. It serves as a reminder that even reputable brands can resort to industrial shortcuts. 5. Folgers. The concern lies in a lack of sourcing transparency and reports of pesticide residues. Low-cost production processes mean Folgers often suffers from inconsistent bean quality and a flat flavor profile lacking natural antioxidant compounds. 6. Maxwell House. Once an icon, it is now criticized for its characteristic burnt plastic aftertaste. This occurs when low-grade beans are over-roasted to mask oxidation and defects in raw bean storage. 7. Clover Valley Instant Coffee, bottom of the list due to direct physical risk. Glass fragments were previously found inside jars, leading to emergency recalls. This represents a catastrophic failure in factory hygiene and production line safety. Amidst industrial shortcuts, These brands remain steadfast in their commitment to original quality. Here are 5 names that consistently rise above the rest, meeting rigorous standards for purity and processing. 1. Chamberlain Coffee Instant Sticks. A modern brand proving that convenience doesn't have to be bought with chemicals. With organic certification and total sourcing transparency, these sticks maintain a smooth, fresh profile thanks to a process that minimizes damaging thermal exposure. 2. Caffè Bustelo, the definition of a bold cup for those who crave the espresso style. Bustelo's strength lies in its minimalism, no chemical creamers, no complex additives. It's proof that an affordable product can still preserve the soul of pure, roasted coffee. 3. Mount Hagen Organic Freeze-Dried. Widely regarded as the gold standard in the instant coffee world, eschewing high-heat spray drying, Mount Hagen utilizes freeze-drying technology to allow for sublimation. This expensive technique preserves the integrity of antioxidants and the most delicate aromatic layers, making it nearly indistinguishable from freshly steeped drip coffee. 4. Whole Foods 365 Organic Instant. True to its name, this line focuses on clean consumption. Organically grown and gently processed, it stands as one of the safest daily choices, eliminating concerns over pesticide residues or industrial anti-caking agents. 5. Illy Intenso Instant Crafted from 100% high-grade Arabica beans, Illy delivers an experience of absolute balance and purity. With 0 additives or synthetic flavorings, each crystal is the result of refined extraction, offering a deep aftertaste and a level of clarity rarely achieved in the instant category. Instant coffee has never been a symbol of luxury. It doesn't belong in polished marble cafes or alongside $600 grinders operated by connoisseurs. Instead, it lives in the most authentic corners of life, in dimly lit dorm rooms where the scent of coffee mixes with highlighters and the whispered prayers of students cramming for exams, or on cluttered office desks where caffeine is no longer a beverage, but the fuel required to face heavy deadlines. It travels with us like a loyal sidekick, hidden in suitcases on long road trips or tucked into backpacks for midnight camping, where a warm sip is less of a drink and more of a spiritual experience. Even in harsh military camps, a tiny packet of instant coffee becomes a rare connection to normal life, a brief pause, a stolen breath. Instant coffee wasn't born to be worshipped or posted on Instagram with poetic captions and latte art. It was engineered for survival, for night shift nurses, truck drivers, and parents, people who don't have the luxury of time or the budget for specialty beans roasted by artisans. It asks for no equipment, no skill, and no ceremony, just hot water and a sliver of hope. Granted, it doesn't always taste perfect. Sometimes it tastes like coffee, sometimes coffee-ish, and sometimes like a mistake you are strangely willing to make again tomorrow. But remember, the simplest things we consume daily deserve the most scrutiny. Because convenience is never truly free. There is always a cost, sometimes in currency, and sometimes in our long-term vitality. I want to give you a practical tool so you are never deceived by premium or pure labels again. The 10-second rule. The moment you finish brewing your instant coffee, don't drink it yet, perform the sediment and flavor transformation test. First, observe the water surface for the first 10 seconds after the powder dissolves. High-quality freeze-dried coffee should result in a clear brew without a dull oil film or undissolved particles. If a murky layer appears or a pungent chemical smell hits you instantly, it's a red flag for anti-caking agents or cheap synthetic flavorings. Second, take a small sip and wait 10 seconds to experience the aftertaste. A decent cup will leave a clean bitterness, followed by the subtle, natural sweetness of Arabica beans. Conversely, if after 10 seconds your palate feels dry and an aggressive, burnt plastic bitterness lingers stubbornly, it is physical proof that low-grade beans were over-roasted to mask oxidation. In those 10 seconds, your taste buds will reveal the truth that the packaging tried to hide. The core message here isn't to boycott instant coffee, it's a call for awareness. In a culture that prioritizes speed, we often mistake convenience for safety. Manufacturers may use flashy names to mask industrial shortcuts, but your body cannot be deceived by a label. The truth is, authentic food doesn't need a matrix of emulsifiers, palm oil, or refined sugar to taste good. It is time we stop staring at the glowing promises on the front of the packaging and start understanding the real values hidden on the back. When you understand the difference between freeze-drying and spray-drying, or between organic Arabica and low-grade over-roasted beans, you aren't just choosing a cup, you are choosing how you respect your own health. Don't let busyness strip away your right to know exactly what you are fueling your body with every morning. If this story about the risks and true value of instant coffee changed your perspective on your morning routine, tell us in the comments which simple thing we should deconstruct next. Your ideas are the inspiration for our future episodes.
I am Edward, and this is QC Project Simple Things. Thank you for watching.
Because what we see every day is never the whole story. There is always a more direct truth resting just beneath the surface of the ordinary. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss new perspectives on the simple things in life. See you in the next one.